Welcome to part 13. This is going to be the big one. Lots of stuff is going to happen in this part, so don't miss out. So as I said before, this is essentially Quartu, but you know, a bit harder. We already went through the optional swimming course in this level, just like in Quartu. Now we're going to be doing a stealth section, just like in Quartu. Yes, now we gotta kill all of Clank's big brothers in this whole section, including their dogs. So if you're a dog person, I'm sorry, but this video isn't for you. So yes, for a while now we've been dealing with Clank's family. Well, we met his mother, we've been collecting his sisters, and I mean, they have to be his sisters. I mean, how do these infobots have information on direct stuff? That should be something. And of course, we can't let Clank's big brothers see what we're doing. We also disguise ourselves as a miniature version of the Clank's big brothers. And through, like I said, Clank is ideally what that should be, but oh well. And this is, I guess, the point I was trying to bring up about what happens if you try to disguise yourself even when it's red. Your disguise is not very useful. So no matter how much of a fight you hold up, you'll never win. Don't even try. So of course, do what a stealth section requires you to do, and you know, don't get caught. Of course, now we got the added challenge of the dogs and the big brothers waiting for us. Of course, Clank's big brothers are not very bright. They do not suspect a thing when the robot dogs are all gone, so I guess they don't really care about their pets. Or maybe this game just doesn't care about dogs at all. So you can just sneak past here effortlessly. So how many fleets have we gone through now at this point? Like 2? Now we can get to the 3rd one. Oh, they're already running us some new twists here. Apparently the next... How can you improve robots protecting your ships? Green sludge with lasers over it will do the job. I mean, it's a bit redundant, but yeah, I guess it'll work. If they don't have a grapple hook, they're stuck. Much of the same here. Of course, this time you'll have to actually risk it. Good thing they don't get suspicious if the dog is attacking you if right in front of their line of sight, but eh. What I tell you, these guys aren't that smart. And these things just immediately lose you if you go behind the desk. As we saw, it's not a timer thing. The thing clearly still goes after you if you're right in the open, just like how I got killed, but no, you can hide behind the desk and they can't see you. Apparently there's some rage finders here. Oh, what's this? We can't progress anymore. Apparently they figured a way to trump us. You can't just go through this and ask a security guard to open it for you. No. That isn't an option here. That surprisingly went quicker than I thought. Oh well. That's nice enough. I don't have to edit this out. There's already 2 edits I had to make after forgetting to edit stuff out, but at least this is nice. Wow, we're finally outside in space again. Don't get shot, obviously. They're still pretty easy to avoid, though. Maybe not when you have to walk directly in their line of fire, but they'll just miss you outright here. Just so you can get started in this section. So we're finally back in this ship again. And this time for the last time. I guess this is a substitute for the giant Clank section. So, as you can tell, the objectives are to destroy all the turrets because they will not let us progress through that whole shooting gallery part. Because we're the gallery that they want to shoot up. Oh, don't even think about trying to fly down to Velden. It seems like a good idea, but we gotta confront Drek here and now. But at the very least, we get a nice view of both planets. Oh, what can you really call that planet? It's made up of other planets. I mean, it's got everything. Well, there's not much time to contemplate this. We have essentially gained enough ammunition to just destroy these things outright at the moment. And that's what happens when you kill yourself at the very last second. It's always fun to try and do stuff like that, but maybe be a little careful when doing it. Yep, we get a nice view of Velden right here. But yeah, you have to get access back to it, so I guess this is the next best substitute. Also, if there was a separation between what has air and what doesn't, would it really be green? Well, I guess I wouldn't know. And there's probably some science regarding how that can't be possible, but that's not up for me to decide. Look, we're finally at the main center. Let's see you, the man in charge.
Tonight on Blind TV, the event you have all been waiting for, the total annihilation of an entire planet! Witness the power, the destruction, and the nothingness that follows. So join Ultimate Supreme Executive Chairman Drek as he pushes the button that ends one world and begins another. Then, stay tuned for the galaxy's funniest superhero bloopers featuring Captain Quark.
Now we know where he is. Let's get him.
And apparently we needed an infobot to go to fly to Velden, even though it's right there. Well, yeah, we can't settle this here. This is not the final level. No, Velden is. Where it begins, it ends. Oh, I hope that was a fun experience. It really is just everything like Quartu. I mean, we still got the whole... We even got an infobot at the end that just tells us the exact same message. We're gonna blow up Velden with some super powerful laser. Yeah, I guess that explains why the laser's not there. But yeah, enjoy the final load time. We won't be seeing this for a while. man, everything looks so much worse now. The very yellowy has turned very orangey here now. Velden is no longer as peaceful as it was originally. Yep, everything's geared up for this. This is by far the hardest level in the whole game. Like, if you were not prepared for this, be prepared to die a lot. And I mean a lot. This is probably where I died the most in all my playthroughs. I just happened to cut out a few deaths here and there. You know, except for the ones that you can't cut out. The toads are still here apparently, but that doesn't matter. The Blarg have finally done what they did. They finally took an over. And they will make sure you do not get to stop Drek this time. It also means that, yeah, Drek's waiting for us now. This will be an interesting confrontation when we get to him. Yes, be prepared to scale through this whole thing again. This time with the difference being that, yeah, everything's just out to kill you. And it looks like Ratchet let the toad population increase after I killed them all. I don't get it. I guess I've been away from here for too long, making Ratchet go everywhere else but here. Well, not like you could go back here. You need an infobot to get development for some reason. So remember how one of the why the metal detector was an investment? Because you're gonna need that whole premium and ultra nanotech at this point. Because you're gonna get hit a lot, and you do not want to have to deal with this, but with 4 hits. As I've said multiple times, this is when the game finally lets it out. There'll be no mercy at this point. Bring out all your best guns and use them wisely. Although this is finally when the whole, if you have too many weapons, this is, yeah, there's this whole issue where if you want to preserve ammo, and you don't have enough, or something along the lines of that, those Gadgetron ammo boxes start becoming less useful. And the PDA, while it's nice, it uses up extra bolts for shipping. So yeah, it's not very practical in the long run. I mean, we already used up so many bolts in one playthrough. I don't want to imagine having to lose all of it right now. If you have less weapons here, you're more likely, you know, to get those instead of just this. Like, they didn't even like increase the ammo count for what you're gonna get. I literally just got 1 of Glove of Doom ammo in the level where you're gonna need probably at least more than that. Oh yeah, and you can see that thing up there. Can you still call it a planet? Whatever. It's the planet of planets. I can't think of anything witty beyond that. And that's not even remotely witty. Oh, and of course, you still gotta use the Trespasser here. Not the Swing Shot, but the Trespasser. So they finally brought this back. I mean, I don't think it's been very long since we last used it, so this will really make you think. Consider these breather points, I guess, because you're probably going to be a little stressed out playing this. I mean, I was. If I remember correctly, this was like all recorded in one session. I only took about 1 break in the middle of it. That is not very good for your health. And it kind of ended up reflecting in how I acted playing this. Look at that, they even brought back the Hydra Displacer. Puzzles anyway. Although there's not too many of it, but yes. There's the Hydra Displacer right here. Oh, and this is going to be the last major checkpoint you'll have in a while. So, do not die, or you'll be brought back all the way here. All the enemies will be back. All the effort you put in, gone. Oh yeah, your ammo does not replenish if you die. So if you just happen to have, you know, run out of ammo, and you're near the end of the section, you'll get back here to the beginning of the section with the same amount of ammo. Sounds fun? Sure. So from what I can tell, my timeline here, I actually managed to get through most of this first try. So I'm making it look a bit easy, but no, this really sucks when you have to do this with less ammo. Like, trust me, if you're well stocked and have everything here, this planet shouldn't be too much of a problem. But if you weren't prepared for this, or you just flat out don't have enough ammo, this becomes your biggest nightmare of a level. Because this expects you to have everything, like, all ready and prepared. If you don't have it, good luck, champ. You're not getting through this. I mean, sure, that you could probably do it with the wrench, but don't. You probably don't even have the skill yet. But maybe that'd just be being a little arrogant, or whatever, I don't know. Even I'm not good enough to do this with the wrench, so ammo it is. I mean, look at me, I have to resorting to using the blaster, and that's supposed to be the boss weapon. And again, how many bosses have we fought where we had to at least use it? Like, I used it once, I think I used it in the Snaggle Beast, and that was it? Yeah, I think the last boss we had was Quark. And that wasn't even a regular boss fight. We had to go in that ship thing. Oh, and would you look at that? I almost fell. Yeah. Just looking back at this is making me a little just a little disappointed and just a little a bit annoyed. Like, this level has done enough damage to me at this point to make me not forget everything. But yeah, this level ironically comes a little easier if you have less weapons. So if you have yourself a dedicated skill set of for weapons, like if you just have maybe the bomb glove because you need to have it, maybe the blaster, maybe the devastator, and that's it, you'll get through this no problem because the game will always give you devastator and bomb glove ammo. But if you have everything like I do, you'll just get a varied mix. And sometimes you will not get what you need. And they will not give you enough of what you need. Like, yeah, I got 2 Visibomb ammo, what do I do with that? Yeah, thank you, game. Let me just remind you that how far I got was not very far. you could easily get through this if you just grab one of those big, like I said, if you play through one of the easier methods of this level, like maybe the Rhino, or maybe, you know, having dedicated weapon set, you would have gotten here in like a few minutes, like not even that, just like a minute or two, you would have been done with this part. You would have caught up, you would be farther ahead than I would. Like, this is supposed to be very long, but it is, because it requires you to be very, very careful playing this. Luckily, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the very, very last trespasser puzzle. It's taken me a whole long time to do it. Like, I could probably have made it faster, but then at that point, it's like, you can't even tell what's going on. That's an unfortunate limitations of speeding up something that needs to be seen. I mean, all it takes is just making sure you look at those pointless, like, parts of the trespasser puzzle and make sure they're not blocking anything important. So let's just say you got the Rhino here and you just ran through this and you just got to this part. And the amount of time I took here to do all this, you would probably already be at the very end of this whole entire section. Like, you wouldn't have finished the planet yet, I believe, but you'd be at the end already. And of course, I'm getting distracted by all the bolts I can get. At this point, it's pointless. I'm never coming back to the save file to 100% it, because I just went back and used my other save file and completed that instead. But here I am, collecting bolts. So I can't get enough of them. And this is, by the way, I put a little risky to do because there's still Blarg there waiting to shoot you. But I wanted some bolts because sometimes you just gotta need them. And it always seems to never give enough of what you need. Like, I keep getting all this ammo for some weapons, but never what I'm gonna actually want to use to get rid of the enemies. Like, look at that, they don't even reach those guys. Oh, it's a good thing these things are homing, but if you drop them, you waste them. So yes, this game, as you can tell from this level, it just keeps pulling out all the stops to make sure you die. And like I said, if you die at this point, you're back right where the Hydra Displacer was. And as you can tell, I'm not given a generous amount of, well, anything. And it's very risky to go out to begin with, so good luck. Maybe I should have just gotten all the ammo I needed earlier. Like, it's not that expensive to get the ammo, but eh. Look at that, just like that, we got through this. Just don't die at this point, because this is not a checkpoint. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I had a heart attack when I did that. So yes, this is a secret path out. It got me a gold bolt. How did I not mess this up, actually? What you're about to see here is not what you're supposed to do. That's the beginning of a grind rail. If you want to get this gold bolt, jump on it immediately at the start. Because if you do this, the game will screw you over for incompetence. You'll not get nearly enough momentum to make the jump, and you'll sink and die. Back to the beginning I went, and that's how I had to deal with it. Yep, here I am ignoring this whole wave of enemies. Hey, look at me, I'm about to die. But don't worry, I passed a checkpoint, I'm pretty sure at this point. And this is finally the final Hydro Displacer puzzle. Good riddance. Unfortunately, at this point, there really is nothing to go be happy about. Yeah, there's no items here. Don't even bother. Yeah, this is my final prep. 'Cause from here on out, things get serious. Very, very serious. If you want a good setup for what's coming up ahead, feel free to copy what I'm doing here. Might just save your life. Or at least your game anyway. Unfortunately, I already packed all the 4 necessities, so this 5th one is just me being generous. So yeah, here we go. We got a giant Clank section to close this game off on. Oh, they had to do something big. Yep. If you hadn't realized, it's the second time we used it. It's already right at the end of the game. I guess it's something. And still, punching is the only fastest way to get through this part. Anyway, be prepared for the final showdown in part 14. See you then.